Local Matters family, today we have a special edition of Local Matters. We are talking with Mr. Collin Mays, and he is here to share a little bit about his journey. He's going to share a little bit about his book, and he's going to talk in detail about Black men's health. How are you doing today, Collin?
Janice, I'm doing great. Glad to be here with you. Big fan, long time listener, so glad to be here.
Yeah, thanks so much for being a part of the Local Matters family. I know you through International City Managers Association and things like that. You've been around the local government profession for some time, but if you could just kind of tell our listeners and our viewers a little bit more about yourself, your interest in local government, and some of the things that you've been involved in.
Absolutely. And again, thanks so much for having me. I grew up in Michigan and I had the chance to shadow a lot of great local government leaders, state government leaders. And I originally thought that I wanted to run for office when I was growing up and decided against that. But I didn't even know at that time that there was a such thing as a city manager or being a finance director or an economic development director. Like I had no idea that you could really make a career out of local government. And both of my parents actually worked in the public sector. So my dad was an architect, and he was a deputy director of the airport in Detroit. And my mom was an attorney, and she was an assistant attorney general with the state of Michigan. So I had the chance to really see both of them in action from the public side of things, and it really molded my career to want to get into public service. And I just didn't know at that time what it was. And when I had the chance to research city management and the chance to research economic development, which is really my strongest background, I just fell in love with it. And I said, this is something I can do, give back to the community that I care about, and really make a difference and have a meaningful career. And the local government profession has been rewarding for me. And it's certainly been something that has been a journey, I'll say. I think that oftentimes when you're getting into the public sector, you're not doing it for the money. You're doing it because you want to make a difference and you want to give back to your community. And we need more great public servants out there. So I'm so excited that I had the opportunity and still have the opportunity to give back to my community in that way.
Awesome. And one of the things that I always point out about people, since I have a lot of Divine Nine listeners, I think you're a member of one particular Divine Nine organization. You want to share that with the family as well.
Yes, I'm a proud member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, '06 to the Good Bros. And I know that you're also a member of a divine organization. So it's good to be here with you. And we're all family at the end of the day. We're all family. So I appreciate you allowing me to give that shout out.
Yeah, yeah, always. Now tell me, where did you cross?
Western Michigan.
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
great.
Western Michigan.
So you're born in Michigan, went to college in Michigan, have worked in a couple other, is it one other Midwestern state? I know you've been in Ohio. Have you been anywhere else?
Michigan, yep. Michigan's where I started. Of course, started my career, and then down in Ohio, and but Michigan is really where my kind of bread and butter is. I remember my first job in local government. The city manager, I want to give a shout out to him, Dennis Champagne, hired me. I did not have any experience working in local government. Well, no, I take that back. I had experience working in county government, but I didn't have experience in city government. And at that time, I worked for Michigan Works, which was the state's workforce development arm. And I knew I had to transition from being in workforce development over to local government if I was going to pursue my dream of city management. And Dennis hired me. I think if you asked him today, he'd still say it's one of the best hires he ever made. And I was so blessed to be able to work for Centerline, which is a community of about 10,000 residents, diverse community, and one of the smaller cities in Michigan. If you go to the left, you're in the city of Warren, which is the third largest in the state. If you go to the right, you're in the city of Warren, which is the third largest in the state. So we were 1.7 square miles, but we were mighty. I mean, so many new businesses that were popping up left and right. And I just have fond memories of there, as well as with Delta Township, where I went afterwards, which is in the Lansing area in Michigan, consider West Lansing.
Okay, awesome. So that's you a little bit about you professionally. I know personally, an interest of you for a long time, an interest of yours for a long time has been Black men's health. So tell us, how did you become interested in that?
Absolutely. Black men's health as well as Black philanthropy are two real pillars that I have in terms of being able to leverage and talk about because there are two topics that we don't get enough attention on. Black men's health, particularly from my own health journey, having lost 200 pounds over the course of 3.5 years, really just kind of reclaiming my life and saying, hey, look, this is something that's important to me. I have to be able to live a long, fulfilling life, to be able to pass down a legacy to my children, but also to have the best quality of life possible. And I think that for Black men, the biggest challenge we have is twofold. We have a challenge opening up to one another, and we have a challenge with quality access to healthcare. And some of it may be we don't want to go to the doctor, but I think the truth of the matter is we can't afford to go to the doctor because of how expensive it is. So even if we're in pain, you have the old adage of, oh, just suck it up or, just man up, right? I mean, that's
You'll be
that's
all
kind of
right.
what we,
You'll be all right.
yeah, 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 yeah. You'll be all right. That's kind of what we say to each other, and that's often not the case. If somebody's dealing with even if it's a mental challenge at that time, it could be something going on in that person's personal life that's impacting them greatly. And for whatever the reason, we as Black men tend to just say, "Oh, we don't really care about your problems. Just man up over it and just deal with it on your own." When oftentimes we need that support and we have to be able to talk about some of the challenges we face. Mental health, financial health, physical health, they're all tied into each other. And that's why I'm passionate about Black men's health to ensure that Black men can live long, successful, and substantial lives.
Okay. And how do you lose 200 pounds? You got to tell us how you do that.
A diet, exercise, a lot of prayer, and water. I incorporate a fast, so I do about a 14 to 15 hour fast. So I'll stop eating typically at like 5 o'clock, and then I won't eat again until maybe 9 o'clock the next morning. So I'm fasting and I exercise. I use the elliptical every day. That's kind of my weapon of choice, if you will, in terms of movement. And I do about 45 minutes to an hour on that thing every day, and it really helps to set my tone. It helps me manage my stress because we're all dealing with stressful situations at work or at home, and it really just gives me the opportunity to kind of carve out my day, and it's my therapy session in so many ways.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's remarkable for the stick to itiveness to stick with it. You said 2 years,
It took me three and a half
three
years.
and a half
Yeah, three
years.
and a half years to get it done. Yeah,
So
yeah.
you created a routine and stuck with it for 3.5 years.
Yes, and I've maintained it, maybe picked up like 5 pounds, but um, nothing like what it was previously. And so much of it is just deciding, hey, this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna make it happen no matter what. And you just kind of have to have that willingness, that true entrepreneurial spirit, I'd say,
Mhm.
to go out there and make it happen.
Wow. Well, congratulations on being able to keep that off. And that has led you into a book project. Can you talk a little bit about your book?
Yes, thanks so much, Janice. The book actually comes out today, the 11th, I'm sorry, the 10th of April. And if you go to my website, www.collinmays.com, that's COLLINMAYS.com, you can order the book. I'll ship it to you directly. It's my journey of having lost the amount of weight, what I learned in the process, how to deal with some of the stress challenges in life, and everything in between. So you get a chance to learn about me through the book. You get a chance to learn about my experience and my journey. And I hope people will read it and take something away from it.
Okay. Is it on Amazon or do we need to go through your website? to get?
Just go, yep, go through my website directly, and I'll ship it right out to you as soon as you place your order. And happy to sign it as well for you, Janice.
Okay. All right. Great. And the website again, because I want our listeners to know the website again is.
The website is my name, so www.collinmays.com. So COLLINMAYS.com.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. Thanks for that. And also, your interest in men's health and Black men's health in particular has led you to do an event that's coming up in Detroit on Saturday, April 13th. So it's right around the corner. Please tell us a little bit more about Brother, Let's Talk, a conversation on Black men's health.
Yes, absolutely. So it's going to be this upcoming Saturday at Hartford Memorial Baptist Church, which is one of the most historic churches, not only in Detroit, but across the country. And it's going to be a half-day event of health screenings, conversations, healthy breakfast is going to be provided, and just encouraging Black men to come out and again, talk about some of those challenges that we're facing at home, with friends, in the workplace, et cetera, so that we really have a mechanism to deal with some of our physical challenges as well. Because again, as I mentioned earlier, it's all intertwined, financial, physical, mental, it's all intertwined, and we have to really be able to address some of those barriers.
Okay.
So I'm joining forces with Wayne State School of Medicine. They've been fantastic to work with. Dr. Phil Levy, want to say thank you to him for his support around this initiative, as well as Dr. Keith Newby and Dr. Harold Neighbors. We're all partnering together to bring this first of its kind symposium to Detroit, and hoping that it's not going to be the last.
Yeah. This is the first one you said.
This is
And
the first one, yes.
uh-huh. And now, are you doing this? I'm looking at the colors on the flyer, man. It's all this black and gold. So, are you doing this as Alpha Phi Alpha, or is it really just Colin?
No, no, this is we didn't select the colors. I think that was just our designer that put that together.
Yeah,
I didn't have
right.
anything to
Tell
do
me
with
anything, man.
I'm serious. I didn't have anything to do with it. But but no, but this is the first one that we're doing. We're hoping to get to other cities, Providence, Rhode Island, Oklahoma City. We're hoping to get to Columbus, Cincinnati, Houston. I mean, we've got a full list of cities that we really want to get to and talk about the importance of Black men's health. So it's the first of what I'm hoping to be many.
Wow. Okay, so this is really the start of a series
Yes.
that you're in a traveling sort of road show that you're taking. Now, is there a cost to participate on Saturday?
There is no cost to participate. It is free of charge. And if anybody is in Detroit and is listening and would like to attend, again, Hartford Memorial Baptist Church, this upcoming Saturday, the 13th, breakfast is served at 9, conversation begins at 10. We hope to see you there. If you would like to register, you can do so by going to eventbrite.com and just simply typing in "Brother, Let's Talk" and it'll pop right up.
Okay. All right, great. And I'm sure you invite people to connect with you on LinkedIn too, because you'll have that flyer posted on your LinkedIn page, I'm assuming.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
it'll be posted. Please come and request me on LinkedIn. I'm just my name, Collin Mays. You'll be able to find me pretty easily. And I'm happy to be connected and share my journey and my story. Hopefully, it'll inspire others and be able to make a difference in the world.
Okay. All right. Now I heard you mention other cities where it's coming. You're planning. You have the plans. Kind of you're pulling things in place in order to be able to go to several other locations. I didn't hear any southern cities. You think you're gonna hit the south?
Well, we're in conversations with Memphis. We hope to get to the South. Yeah. That would certainly be a big thing for us. We want to make sure that we get to as many cities as we possibly can to, again, just really share the importance of Black men's health and making sure that this is a priority that everybody is being made aware of.
Okay, awesome, awesome. We got a couple minutes left. Thank you so much for just doing this for our community. You're absolutely right that there has to be more conversation so people do feel comfortable. And from a policy making standpoint, as you indicate, what can be done to better manage the cost so that people really can go to see a physician when they need to. Is there anything else though that you want to share about this event or any other activities that you are involved in right now?
I just want to touch real quick on some of my philanthropic work. I want to touch on the Mays Family Institute on Diverse Philanthropy, which is housed at the Lilly School. The Lilly School of Philanthropy, which is the only school in the world which focuses on giving philanthropy, has a variety of different institutes. One of the newest is the Mays Family Institute, which is a dedication to my family and some of the work that's been done from philanthropic standpoint and really reshaping the term philanthropy and thinking of it from a lens of from minority communities. Typically, when you hear the word philanthropist, you're not thinking of minorities, but Black philanthropy is alive, well, and actually studies done by W.K. Kellogg Foundation found that Black Americans are the most generous than any other group in the entire country. And that's a little known fact, but something that the Mays Institute is working to get out.
All right. Awesome. 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 Well, thank you so much. Every now and then we do one of these special local matters episodes. So I'm so glad that we came together to do this one. And we wish you the best of luck and success in terms of calling attention to these issues.
Thanks so much, Janice. Been a pleasure.